Okay, guys. I'm running late, like always, so I'm hoping you guys knew I was gonna run late. You have to know I'm gonna run late by now, right? I don't know why I'd be watching the clock, and I know, like, 8 o'clock is coming. I need to do this. Well, I don't know. It's 8:13 and I'm here, so let's just go from there. Sorry, guys. I'm trying so hard not to have my lights affect this. But, as you can tell, I'm just not doing the best. Anyway, so, I want to start out just by saying, of course, as always, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I don't know why these lights seem so damn bright today. They're never like this. Especially that one. I wish you could see how bright that light is, really. Because it's really not that bright. That's blowing my mind. Okay. So, hopefully my head just stays in front of it. Okay, so I want to apologize. I do look like shit. I'm not going to apologize. I worked all day. And then I just got home and didn't want to do nothing. So I got cleaned up, washed my face, did all that good stuff. And I'm here. So be happy I'm here, okay? Okay, guys. So, as it says, I do want to talk about the book that I told you that I'm reading. That's reading it to me, I guess. Because I'm not technically reading it. It is an audible. So, Secrets of the UFO, guys. I feel like I'm going to say these things. And you guys are going to tell me that I'm a bullshit liar, right? Because no matter what, if you're told that a miracle or magic has happened, it ain't happened, right? Well, okay, so that's not the case. Did I tell you this is for entertainment purposes only? And if you get your feelings hurt easily or get offended easily, please feel free to just scroll through. I am not here to tiptoe around people's feelings. I'm not doing it. I seen a video this morning and it broke my heart. It made me fucking sick to my stomach, if I'm being for real. Like, okay, let me say we're gonna pause on the whole book thing, okay? For just like 5 minutes, and then I'll come back to it. Okay, so everyone that is anyone has heard about the whole Charlie Kirk shit. This is not a video about that. I'm not wasting my time on a video about that. My video is... Okay, so when I woke up this morning, I always go to Facebook, I always go to Reels, I'm always looking at it when I first wake up. And of course, the first video that pops up on my Facebook is of a woman newscaster. Now, anyone that want to see this video, like always, I save everything. If you don't believe me, I will gladly send you the video. I have no issues with that. I'm the same type. I gotta hear and see everything to believe it. Anyways, so this woman is going on and on and on about how she is just disgusted with people and how people are with other people and that the hatred in the world and da 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 da. Now, I can say that 50% of videos, in my mind and in my eyes, are all race-based. When I say that, I mean it is either some white guy that thinks he is above all talking shit, or an African American or an Asian or a Chinese, some sort of race talking shit. Either they're better than everyone or the other race is shit, right? Okay, so that's what I mean, that it's race based, okay? This video, now I don't care what race you are, I could give 2 F's, we'll say F's right now, on if you are female, male, or if you're a tree, or if you identify as a book. I literally could not care, okay? I just don't care. But no matter what you identify as, no matter what color your skin is, everybody deserves kindness. Everybody. Now, I didn't know this person. I didn't know this person's family. But when I watched this video, it broke my heart. It made me cry when I first woke up. And it devastated me because I watched a video of a young lady that couldn't have been above the age of 21 on a train, right? You guys might have seen this video by now. On a train, a subway, something in that, you know. And out of nowhere, this black guy, and I say black guy because he is a black guy with a red hoodie above his head, comes up behind this young lady that he doesn't know at all in any way, and that has not harmed him or said any word to anyone. And he went up behind this young lady and just stabbed her 3 times in the chest, okay? And as heartbreaking as that is, nothing was more heartbreaking than watching this young lady realize what the fuck just happened. When she just realized that she's looking around and no one seen anything. No one is saying anything. She looks this man in the eyes. Nothing. Not a word. Not, you killed my brother, so I got you, bitch. No, you know, you remember me from school, you bullied me my whole life. There was none of that. None of that. Like I said, this girl was not above the age of 21. She did nothing to no one. Nothing. She was a full-time employee. And the saddest part was that you watch the video and nobody out of everyone on that train or subway, not one person could take 5 seconds to care of this young lady that is bleeding out on the train. Just bleeding out. Why? I just need to know why. I'm so afraid to always say something that's going to hurt someone's feelings or that's going to rub someone the wrong way, because Lord knows I would never want to do that. I'm not that person. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But I have got to say, I don't give two fucks whether you're white, black, Chinese, Asian, Ethiopian, alien. I don't give a shit, dude. That was evil. Evil. To kill a young girl just because? I'm still not understanding. Was it because she wasn't black? Was it because she wasn't white? Was it because she was a different nationality? I need to understand this. I want to say, even if this young lady had been a family member of, God forbid, a slave owner, let's say, I'm not saying she is, or that she isn't, but even if she is, what did she do to you? Not a goddamn thing, dog. This was unnecessary pain. This is unnecessary hate brought to the world for no reason. We have been told for years that, we will know when shit's hitting the fan, right? Because everything's going to go to hell. What is killing a young woman on a train full of people and not one motherfucker want to stand up and say anything but one guy? One guy on the whole train. And that is after she bled out for a good 10 minutes. What is happening? I need to know, y'all. Tell me in the comments, am I missing something? Am I wrong? Do we kill people for no reason now? Are we justifying killing others because your grandpappy's pappy was a slave? I'm sorry if that sounds offensive, because I do not mean it offensive. I mean it, and I'm trying to understand how you can justify killing this woman that did nothing to you. Your hatred is doing nothing but taking you to hell. I want to understand, if you know the world is coming to an end, right? Because no matter what, there's an end to this, right? We all know that. It's a very fucking common thing we all are very aware of. So, in the Bible, we're told, even if you go to hell, the devil is only going to take over this earth for so long. Do you understand that? All of this life and promise that you're giving and getting, it's very short time span. Are we not understanding that? Is it worth being famous for 10 years. Let's say 10 years. You have to be famous for 10 years. But you know, at the end of that, you about to go to hell, dog. And I don't mean like someone's gonna be mean to you for a few years. I mean hell. Like you're gonna burn in hell for the rest of eternity. Eternity's forever if you're not aware. And that is me being an asshole. Because it upsets me that I'm having this conversation. To the family of this poor young woman, I am so sorry. On behalf of people, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we're so hateful. I'm sorry that people are so fucked up in the head that they can't grip the fact that other people's lives are not theirs to take. Okay. So, my leg. My knees are killing me, y'all. I worked way too long today. So, now that I got that off my chest, because I ain't gonna lie, that's been bothering me all day. I want to just go to this Charlie Kirk thing for a second. Now, all day long, I was on the side of, how do you kill someone? How do you go and do that to someone that's just speaking their truth? And how do you do that to someone that is just giving facts? Like, they may not have been facts people wanted to hear. They may not have been the nicest words he could have said. Because Lord knows he didn't care about anyone's feelings. Okay? So, I'm not going to justify anything he's ever done. Because every video I've ever seen, he looked like a douchebag. You know, I don't think that's a secret. I think we all know that he was a douchebag, right? But no matter what, once again, he wasn't your life to take. Are we not catching on here? None of the lives on this earth are for any of us to take. That's not our place. I feel like we're getting to the point that people are starting to just not fear anything. And to that, I will say, no, I've been to jail many times. And I will say, once you get comfortable, you get comfortable. It's just like anything. You adapt, you relate, you do it because you got to. But this hate that is spreading is just unnecessary. Charlie Kirk was an evil man, but he didn't deserve to die. But I'm going to say, do I believe he's dead? I don't think so. I don't know why, but I don't think so. I feel like maybe he knew he was about to die, so he faked his own death. I don't know. But I know he's not dead. I know that I had watched that video so many times to know that the guy that was shot or whatever happened to his neck, because, you know, some of the videos I seen looked like a guy walked up behind him, put something on his neck, and his neck blew out. And then, out of nowhere, we see a guy on the roof. But every guy they've brought in isn't the shooter. You're not going to find that shooter, y'all. There wasn't a shooter, y'all. But I think I better just keep going because I don't want to piss too many people off, y'all. So I'm going to go to this book that I'm reading, okay? So, this book, right? I just keep listening and listening. And it's crazy to hear. Like I said, you don't believe something I'm saying, I will send it to you, okay? Even the book that I'm reading, I feel like there should be a way to voice record bits and pieces. So if there's something you aren't with me 100 on, then let me know, okay? But, so, we get to this book, right? And it's, it's letting us know that, okay, so, I get to this part in the book, and it's like all first-hand experiences with speaking to an alien life form. And I want to say, these are people that are channeling them the way it sounds. It sounds like people are channeling these things. But it isn't just one person. It's like multiple people over a multiple timeline. I don't know how to say that right. But I know you have to know what I mean. Anyways, so I'm sorry, y'all. My sinuses are so fucked up. But, so I'm going to say that the one most common thing that keeps coming up, okay, so the Andromedans, like, I keep hearing the same names of these different breeds of aliens because there are definitely many. According to this book, the people that have channeled the outside extraterrestrials, if they are outside, because I feel like they're not, they're probably here. They are all channeling different breeds or different races. I really don't know how that works, but I want to say different races of aliens. And this one, it goes on to talk about how, okay, so it talks about the creator, right? So the creator is God, our God, the God of this world. To be clear to anyone that doesn't have the same God as me, this is not Lucifer. This is not the devil. This is not the tree god or the war god or the sea god or the star god. This is our God for the universe, right? So the one true God of everyone, the aliens talk about all the time. They bring up the one true God. They bring up their creator, which they put as our creator. They never say like my creator. They say the world's creator. They say the one creator. And then, but they also continuously talk about how about the man that came to this world that people believed he was doing miracles. So, Jesus. And then we read on and they say Jesus. And they say that, you know, the first, I'm trying to think of the way they put it. The first true male, the first true person that came to this world, that vibrated on the same frequency, I guess, that was able to unlock the secrets within his mind. I don't know how else to say that. So, to be able to take his mind consciousness to this to the one, the Zen, the wherever. So it's all about mind consciousness. So they're saying that Jesus was a very special man. And he realized that tuning in to his Zen, to his one, it gave him superhuman powers. It gave him the ability to create miracles, as other people would call them. But they said it wasn't miracles. They literally said, these aren't miracles. These are things that every child of God can reach. That if every one of us were to start meditating, and every one of us were to start trying to become one with the universe, one with ourselves, that we would find it. The one thing it just kept repeating was, if you seek, you shall receive. If you seek, you shall receive. It's telling us over and over again that the information they want to give us, they can give us if we seek it out. So, if we are living on this universe our whole lives, and we are never trying to find the answer to life, or the answer to what's after this, or the answer to what we are supposed to be doing here, or what the point of us being here is, all we have to do is seek that answer, right? So it's telling me that I need to meditate. I need to, if I could just reach this level of understanding, I guess that would be the level of understanding is what they said. But the fact that there's no one of us that are more special than the other, right? Each and every one of us are able to reach the same mind and the same powers as everyone else. But if you don't try and you don't look for it, you're not going to find it. You're not going to reach it. They're not going to give you information that you're not trying to find out. And I know you guys have had to hear about the whole ascension. Like, the universe is about to ascend, right? So it's all going into a whole... This is the first time in the world's history that we're supposed to be on this one vibration to where the world itself is supposed to split into a whole other to ascend. That's how it was explaining to me anyways. And but the people that aren't trying, the people that are just closing their eyes to this and not understanding that it's getting to the point in the world that if you don't try to figure out what your point in this world is, you're just going to die and repeat this again. I know I sound like a cuckoo bird, but I'm telling you that so far, the one thing that I have learned for 100% is that the earth is, the way it was put, what I had it wrote down, I can't fucking find my notebook. The way they put it was that it was a room in a mansion full of rooms, right? So, but this mansion is full of different classrooms. And the classroom we're in is Earth, right? Earth is all about learning, and it's the hardest place to be. it's experience needed, and it's experience that we all have to have. But a lot of us, as you know, have different experiences. A lot of us are here and don't have the life of others that can just go out and spend money on everything, right? But apparently that's for a reason as well. I hate thinking that the spirit of me, right, knew what I was coming into before I came here. And that is what I'm learning, that this isn't like a chance. Like, I knew, I signed up and I came here willingly. And I just don't know how to feel about that. I'm trying to process that still. Tell me what you think. What do you think about the earth being a classroom? Because I'm starting to wonder, is that really that hard to believe though? I just know that with everything going on in the world right now, with aliens and men that are raping babies everywhere, they just lowered the age of consent, y'all. They lowered it, making it look like it was for something else. Because of course they can't say, we want you to lower the age of consent so we can rape your babies. They're not going to tell us that. Are they? Yeah. Apparently there is a whole ass fucking, you know, baby raping fucking civilization. And I know that I shouldn't say that R word because it's terrible. But it's just the truth, y'all. If you guys are really not seeing what's going on anymore, you need to open your eyeballs. Because now, everything is being put in front of our faces. If you're not willing to open your eyes and see it, you will be left behind. That's just what it is. I don't even care anymore. The book I'm reading was wrote back in the 1970s, the late 1970s. It is telling us about things that are going on now. How is that possible? I mean, if you look at it, it's not, right? But it is. That means there is time travel, which means there are clones, which means there are people eating people. Like, is shit that far-fetched? I don't think so. And I know that in this live, I have covered a lot of very sensitive shit. And I know this will probably be taken down with the quickness. But for some reason, I felt the need to make sure that the world understood right now that if we don't wake up, if we don't start being kind to one another, we'll all be in hell together. Is that where you want to be? Because I know at the end of the day, I'm not the person that's going to be saved. I haven't lived for the Lord my whole life. If you know me, I have done some of the worst things. So, I don't believe that when this comes to an end, I will be with all the loving people that get to be shipped away. I believe I'll probably be the one that doesn't. That has to prove, you know, what side I'm on. But that's okay with me as well. Because I have no problem with that. I have no problem with proving that I would die for Christ. That's one thing I've definitely became one with. You know, like, we're told in the book of Revelations, we're told in the Bible that at the end of days, you will be given the choice. And if you choose wrong, you're getting your head chopped off. It's not a secret. It's in the Bible. I read it. It's in the book of Revelations. So, if that's the case, it is what it is. But where will you be? What tomorrow when you wake up, is your mind gonna be with God, or are you with that monster that killed a little girl? Whether she was 21 or not, she was a little girl. All by herself. And I hope the man that did this, well, I hope he gets to feel that 10 times plus. I hope that he's so lonely one day, he dies of loneliness. There's no excuse. And there won't be one when God asks him, why would you do that? Oh, because there is no excuse good enough. You can't say because my grandma was a slave 80 years ago. You can't use that. I am not trying to offend people. I need people to wake up and understand. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Chinese, purple. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're hurting your friends and family and people that are struggling just like you, y'all. Wake up. Open your eyes and see the hate in this world, please. Because if we don't, it's going to be too late. And we will all pay for it. Are you ready to pay for it with me? That's the question of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good night. And please, please, when you go to bed tonight, think of one kind thing you can say to someone tomorrow. Think of one thing that could brighten someone's day up. Even if it's just something small. Everything matters. And you'd be surprised. Sometimes people just need a kind word. Not a knife to the throat. Have a good one, guys.